Not much pressure in terms of points here, so let's hope for some good entertainment. England going to the Euros for the 9th consecutive time. Bear in mind when Stuart Pearce led them to a 4th straight tournament, that was the first time any nation had done so at under-21 level. Getting there has been a tough hurdle, negotiated with impressive regularity, but performing on the stage once there has been the issue. Croatia, incidentally, will be taking part for the 3rd consecutive tournament. It is not, in theory, an easy tournament to get to. Not so long ago, even if you won your group, you'd still have to play off. All change in front of England keeper James Trafford this evening. West Ham's Ben Johnson playing in the slightly alien role. Full-back turned centre-back for this evening. Lee Carsley has plenty of players who have been playing in that position on his bench if he wants. Charlie Cresswell, Levi Colwill, to name a couple. First touch here for the visiting captain and keeper Dominic Kotarski. Big night for Nathan Wood, and for those who coached him through the system at Middlesbrough, and indeed for those currently with him at Swansea, where he started 32 championship games this season. And a nice bit of time on the ball under no pressure for him here. First few touches at under 21 level. He has played, Nathan Wood, under 17 upwards. There's Curtis Jones. Now the other debutant, Rico Lewis. Croatia seemingly happy to drop right off here and let England have the ball up to a point. Cole Palmer losing the ball there. 3 goals already at this level for the young City striker. Good pressure there from Jones on Kotarski. Croatia have kept it and won the free kick. Friggin fouled by Luke Thomas. He was starting all the qualifiers at left back till Ben Johnson arrived and came in place of him for some. Four matches in 10 days it was last June. Games in hand for England, starting with the crucial one against the Czechs, which took them top by the time they played the last and experienced a rare defeat to Slovenia. They'd already confirmed their place. Jureshkin giving it away, and it's back here with James Trafford. 4th cap for the City youngster tonight, although he is on loan at Bolton. Played every single minute of their League One season. That's 38 games as they go for the playoffs, trying to get back up into the 2nd tier. Hammered forward by Jureshkin, and that's an easy grab. Here's Palmer. Nicely done. Needs someone in the middle. The block comes from Soldo, who then has given it back to him. Palmer told to get up. Some of the home fans inside Craven Cottage calling for a penalty. Young voices making themselves heard. A little bit casual that from Soldo. Got away with it. Stunning record, as I mentioned, in getting to tournaments, and a hugely frustrating one once there. Gone out England in the group stage. 5 of the 6 Euros since being runners-up to that incredible German side in 2009, more than half of which went on to start the World Cup final 5 years later. It was under Stuart Pearce, that final, as was the semi on the occasion before. Since then, the only relative joy, not that it ended that way, was under Eddie Boothroyd, Lee Carsley's predecessor. Semi-final shootout defeat to the Germans. Here's Palmer. Oh, it's a lovely cross, teasing and not dealt with. Madueke! Wouldn't have counted anyway. Dainty ball in, wasn't it, from Cole Palmer? The goal he got off the bench against the French was his first at this level. Noni Madueke, 6th cap now. I'm pleased to be playing some football, because having looked bright very early on, he joined Chelsea from PSV in the winter window. He's been used far more sparingly since. Here's Jacob Ramsey of Aston Villa, the skipper, mainstay in Lee Carsley's midfield throughout qualification. Palmer again picking up that position again. It's Tommy Doyle, the other Man City youngster involved tonight. He's on loan at Sheffield United, while Lewis and Palmer remain with the parent club, Trafford at Bolton. And James McAtee on the substitutes bench tonight for England, with Doyle at Sheffield United. Palmer seeing plenty of it. Floating in confidently. This is James Garner driving forward. To Ramsey, back to Garner, beautifully done. We're trying to find a way through a wall of Croatian defenders, and Noni Madueke can't quite do it. He's asking the question. England asking all the questions so far. Croatia can't get out. Been a good start from the home side. To score a lot of goals. This England team scored in all 10 qualifiers, 2 in Italy in September, 3 more against Germany, 4 more against the French at Leicester City's ground last time out. Doyle looking for the run of Lewis. It's almost all coming down the England right so far these opening 10 minutes, and plenty for Smolcic, Soldo and Ureshkin to do. Forward by Johnson, by Ureshkin. Maybe a chance here for Croatia to just get on the ball for a few passes, even if they don't go anywhere with it. England's pressure is such that it's gone back to Kotarski. Too much of a squeeze. Johnson's going to need to get back. A bit of defending for England to do here. Vidovic and Bellio in the box, and the first corner of the game is won by Frigan for Croatia. Baturina to deliver. And he's delivered well onto the head of Soldo. Couldn't get over it. Job done in a sense by James Garner. Garner's one he'll be absolutely thrilled to be playing, because his departure from Manchester United to Everton to try and get top flight minutes has not worked out at all. 6 appearances for Everton in the Premier League for James Garner since that summer move, all of them from the bench. A lot of traffic through the middle. It's going to have to be very precise if it's coming through there for England, or more likely from wide positions. Johnson, Palmer. Good instinctive challenge that from Ureshkin, who's got it back here. Second cap for him, he scored on his debut, Rocco Ureshkin. Plays in Italy, Benevento. There's Baturina. Cacciavenda under pressure from Curtis Jones. Ureshkin couldn't quite keep that in. Too much on the pass. Just starting to work their way into this, Croatia. Playing internationals at under 21 level only since 1992. About to go to their 5th Euros tournament in that time. It is a late chop from Cacciavenda. Meanwhile, it's Palmer again. Quickly started to double team him. Lewis, Garner, Ramsey, Luke Thomas. Pulling wide is Noni Madueke. Progressive stuff. Improvised tackle, shall we say? Legal. Just. As was that by Garner. It's feisty. Already, this one. Two very competitive nations. And for one or two of them out there, it is a rematch. The last tournament in Slovenia, Croatia got through the group with Portugal ahead of England by scoring late in the defeat to England. 2-0 had England going through. 2-1 put Croatia through. It's the only time the Croatians have got through the group stage. The flag is up on Cole Palmer here. One of the England goals that day scored by Curtis Jones. It's quite often popping up as a false 9, with Palmer pulling wide right. Plenty of this already. I imagine there'll be plenty more. Wood nearly caught out. Earlier there, trying to get a rare touch, the centre forward. Jones turning away from the attentions of Baturina. Garner taking over. Madueke staying wide. It's clearly an instruction, and he's got it back here. Decent block coming in there from Soldo. England ball. Doyle into Garner. Garner to Palmer. Reskin stuck the foot out. Well, early stages, but Cole Palmer looking at the main threat thus far. Not necessarily to score it, but maybe to make it. Doyle to deliver from England. It's a dangerous position, this. He's gone far post. Found the head of Nathan Wood. Tough to keep that one down. Neat little manoeuvre though. Smolcic followed him, made it just that little bit tougher. Never scored a senior goal, Nathan Wood. Can Lee Carsley be the one to lead England all the way? In charge at this level since summer of 2021. Following 5 years of Adi Boothroyd, Carsley stepping up the under-20 role. At City before that is one of his players, Palmer, into Curtis Jones of Liverpool. Doyle. Garner. Palmer with the floaty ball. Nice idea. Ramsey had made the run. Tough when you've only got one to pick out. Palmer nearly did it. Lewis. Very well organised Croatia, you'd expect nothing less. Coming away cheaply here to Curtis Jones. At the moment England have 2 or 3 touches rather than 1. They are well set, in a disciplined position. Madueke, kind of player who likes to try and make things happen. Generally do something positive when he gets it out wide. It doesn't often just come back infield again. He's in the middle here as Curtis Jones becomes the latest England man to run into traffic. Smolcic back to Soldo and out. Now there's a chase on here. It's a 3-way chase. Trafford has won it. Very quiet opening quarter for the goalkeepers here. Doyle. Lovely way to pass to find Palmer. That always looked a desperate slide, that from Ureshkin. Palmer drills it. Is Jones. And still, tight angle. Something for the goalkeeper to do now. Katarski smothering. Arguably the best opening of the game so far. No surprise at all, it came from Cole Palmer. Underlapping run from Rico Lewis. Very Manchester City. He came flying in there. Might be advantage played as Vidovic gets a neat ball forward. Trigan, worth a hit. He got hold of it okay, just a bit of a pull. Having a very good first season with Rijeka in Croatia. Matija Frigan just joined. He's already scored 7 top-flight goals. That's earned him a second cap here. And that followed this at the other end. Palmer twisting, turning and picking out Curtis Jones. Need a bit of luck with those, or a ricochet of some sort. Scored from the bench like Noni Madueke against the French at the King Power Stadium. For one reason and another, very little game time with Liverpool this season. 2 starts across all the competitions they've been playing in only. 9 substitute appearances. It has and had been far more regular. Part of the reason for that with Curtis Jones is one of the other under-21 options, and a younger version that is on the Carsley's bench tonight in Harvey Elliott, who has played in all 26 of the Reds Premier League matches this season. Jones has also had 2 or 3 injury issues which haven't helped. One suspects Harvey Elliott is above him in the pecking order now for sure. A little battle within a battle going on there. Both on the same side tonight. There is so much competition for places in the Carsley side. 4 times those two lined up on opposite sides in the Merseyside derby. 3 of them ending in draws, 1 ending in a Liverpool win. Igor Bischan was also sent off in a Liverpool win once against Everton. That's an excellent ball, and the flag is up. The runners must have gone early, in which case that's probably a pat on the back for the entire England back line. First glance, it looked like 4 of them were off, and they were. A rare touch for Dion Bellio up top, the big forward. It wouldn't have counted even if he had found the net. Madueke forced infield, and Croatia have the numbers. The gaps, you sense, aren't going to be plentiful for England here. Going to need patience. Palmer, Doyle gets the shot away, and it's a good one. And anyone who saw his exploits in the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago will know that he can hit them from that range. Stunning strike in stoppage time to take Sheffield United into yet another FA Cup semi-final, where they will meet his parent club Manchester City, which as it stands means that he and McAtee, as another Blades regular, will not be eligible to play, which is rather a shame, really, it seems. It's a shot just like that, right into the top corner. It's a good hit. Ghana to Thomas. Thomas over the top for the run of Ramsey. Nearly found him. Might find Madueke. There's Ureshkin. This is a bit of the chaos England need, actually. Doyle on the charge. 4 in the box as well, including Curtis Jones. Ureshkin gets there first. Good early ball from Ghana. Croatia asking for an offside flag. They're going to get a goal kick instead. You could see what Tommy Doyle was trying there. Needed such precision. Bend it. Probably try that pass 10 times and maybe get it once. Lee Carsley saying ahead of this one that the club minutes that his players have and haven't been getting were a factor in this with these 2 games. 10 outfield changes, but pretty hard to name more than a few definites in his side. All being fit, it's quite a conundrum. Cliched, nice problem to have. It's a good challenge, but they keep on coming here with Bashir. Deflection brings them another corner. Shot had potential till the block. Scored in a qualifying win over Estonia, his only goal at this level. Judika Bashir. So Baturina has a go from the other side now. I think there's a bag on the head in there. 2 of them actually. Referee stopped it. Freegan going in quite close to that goal line. Wood felt that one. Important bit of defending from the debutant. Thankfully, they both look okay. It's Doyle again. Waiting for players to get back on the pitch. There's Palmer. Lewis. See Rico Lewis taking that infield position. Madueke. Well tracked by David Cholina. For this level is pretty well experienced. 16th cap tonight. It's quite a lot. You never want to get too many under 21 caps, in the sense that you'd feel should be moving on at some point. England's most capped, Max Aarons of Norwich, is on the bench tonight. 21 caps, one of the senior juniors, if you like. It's not a good clearance, but he's got away with it. A fairly tame half hour here. Lewis on the charge. Left the ball behind. Now has to get back. These are the moments Croatia are playing for. Vidovic. Very sweetly done by Tommy Doyle. seeing the need to get the pass out early to Palmer. Palmer taking on Ureshkin again, beating him again, and winning England the corner this time. Whether it's something that's just happened organically in the game or whether it was a plan from Lee Carsley, Cole Palmer down the right has been numbers 1, 2 and 3 in England's threats in this game. Croatia having to adjust to it, maybe the England players too. Need runners to accommodate it as Doyle delivers the corner without success. Croatia looking to break here, Baturina. Cacciavenda. Into Bellio. Rico Lewis picked his pocket, but illegally. So very little of Croatia's big centre forward in this game. It was rumoured in the recent transfer window that he might be moving to England. He's interested here as Cacciavenda comes forward, and Rico Lewis will surely be cautioned for that. It's a free kick in a very dangerous position. First yellow card of the game for the debutant. A foul he felt he had to make, I suspect, and he probably did. Cacciavenda got goal side of him. There's a covering man coming across. Maybe he didn't have to do it, but he did. I suspect he won't be in the wall, given his diminutive size. Having had a little bit of practice taking some corners, Martin Baturina of Dinamo Zagreb. Will surely go for goal here. Perhaps something for James Trafford to do, other than rush off his line. Good hit! Wonderful goal! What a way to score your first goal at this international level. Martin Baturina has battered it into the top corner. Trafford no chance. England 0, Croatia 1. Costly foul indeed. That is a fantastic free kick. It was certainly the corner to go for, with the keeper favouring the other side. I think that might just be one of those cliche free kicks where you say, well, if you get it right, up and over and in that corner, fair play. But Rico Lewis will be lamenting that foul now, especially as it looked like Wood was in on the cover behind him. Lee Carsley 0, Igor Biscan 1. This England side, rarely, if ever, behind. Less still at home. Incredible record in qualifiers. Just extraordinary across, you think, how many rafts of players we're talking about here. 54 qualifiers unbeaten they were until the Slovenian win on the final night in the group, going back well over 10 years. Such is the home record. Lewis here. Ramsey stealing in, but losing out. Cacciavenda, who earned that free kick. Wants another one there, but doesn't get it. A determined Croatian defence that you've seen for 36 minutes here. Will only be even more so now. Precious lead to protect. Even less need to bomb forward. Cole Palmer forced into something very delicate. Ramsey will always give you those runs, huge energy. The regulars in the middle of the park through qualifying were Jacob Ramsey there and James Garner. But there is plenty of competition in there. Tommy Doyle also playing tonight. Oliver Skipp of Tottenham. Out by Johnson, but not very far. Here's the goal scorer. Now Bashir. Cachavenda. I doubt England will mind Croatia coming out to play a bit. They probably hope they do. Cachavenda again. No one making that run. Tons of the ball, hundreds of passes, but mostly at arm's length for England so far, without too much penetration. Doyle. Garner. Little scan there to see that he had a bit of time. Just trying to force it a bit. Manchester United fans were disappointed that Garner was sold in the summer. Goodness me, that's a risky pass from Katarski, but it was killed stone dead by Smolcic, who's then given it away. Here's Palmer. England trying to take advantage of a rare slip. Madueke didn't sit for the shot. And now that's not an option. Break on for Croatia. It's a clip from Garner. There's a street smartness about Croatia, even this. Having said that was a little on the immature side, but playing out from the back. It's the way it is most places now. Baturina and Bashir did a very good job. Captain will be relieved. Jureshkin showed too much of that to Lewis. Charged since 2019, Igor Bišćan. It's a very good record. He's won 14 games out of the 23. Most coaches anywhere at any level would take that. Jureshkin. Lewis solidly in the way. Here's Baturina. Bashir. All the way home. Tight match, two good sides. One very good free kick in it so far. Lewis here, who gave it away. He'll be feeling a frustrated itch. As desperate as anyone, I'm sure, especially on debut, that is an ultimately costly moment. Interesting to see how deep Palmer has dropped here to get on the ball again. Thomas making the run, Palmer looking for him, and he's got there. Referee's having to think. He's also having a look to see if Luke Thomas is okay here. That was quite a dash that ended abruptly. miles onside. Ran out of room in the end. Soldo probably would have blocked it. Jump from Johnson, who seems to have hurt himself in that. Referee's going to notice it about now. Lee Carsley taking advantage of this little break in play to get a few words across to his players. They've won 8 out of 9, England, at under 21 level, whether it's home, away, friendlies, qualifiers. It's an incredible record. It's under threat here. Johnson's okay. He's found Palmer. Good first time ball into Doyle. Now Jones. Croatia doing a really good job here. I'm really happy for England to have the ball between here and about 25 yards out. And there is no room at all, not yet anyway. Palmer. Ramsey, Garner, just in time, but couldn't get enough on it. Vidovic there to pounce. Couple of potential fouls there, one each way, neither of them given into the final 2, plus you'd think a couple of minutes to add on at least with 1 or 2 head injuries. Kotarski here, largely untroubled, one very tight angled shot from Curtis Jones, and that's about it. Kotarski going long. Wood too keen to get there. Bellio's done his job. Just too eager. Nathan Wood, especially with the forward running away from goal like that. Those are the little things to iron out. Better to do it in a friendly than a tournament, but better still to not do it at all. Butcherina with another set piece. And that's a brilliant delivery to Soldo. Now the flag goes up. Well, England caught Croatia offside with one of those earlier, with a well-timed march forward en masse. That one looked a lot tighter. It was a lot tighter, but it was also offside again. Soldo and then Bellio. 1 added minute only, and we're into that now. England ball. Such a fine margin on that set piece there, though. Much closer than the previous one. Definitely something to look out for. Course of the second half as Garner gets it back from Thomas. Croatia want offside and they get it. Job done. Defensively speaking, this has been a seriously mature performance from Croatia. Given that we're largely talking about 20-year-olds. Impressive organisation. Final seconds now. The whistle is in the mouth, and it has been blown. And Croatia are going to go in 1-up, thanks to a stunning free kick from him, Martin Baturina. A beauty, right into the top corner. And I think you'd have to say, on that bit of quality alone, they probably deserve it. Lee Carsley's side score 2s and 3s and 4s for fun at this level. Couple of nearly moments. James Trafford had nothing to do but pick the ball out of his net in that first half. That's the only change made by either coach at this point, but expect more to come. Lee Carsley specifically talking pre-match and indeed before the France match that he would be selecting his players according to minutes played and what he wanted to see, regardless of the scorelines in the games at the time. Doyle for Palmer. What a common pass that was in the first half. Lewis in between them. That trio of remaining Man City players on the field now for England, with Trafford having gone off. For a first half, it was a very low amount of shots for England. They were still on target. They have to be more precise with the early passes. This Croatian side does not look like one that's going to give things up easily. Not a gung-ho side anyway, but with a 1-0 lead, it'll be even less so. Curtis Jones. Johnson to Palmer. You see Ramsey in the middle, and that's towards him here, the captain. One of his trademark runs. Ghana. Madueke. So creative. And indeed a goal scorer against the French, going for goal there. Had assists to go with his goal. England's first shot on target of the second half arrives quickly. Comfortable enough for Katarski. Just able to move it a bit quicker to get it to Madueke, who is very much a left footer. He has tended to play in his young career more on the right, whether it PSV or in his very short early Chelsea career. Inverted wide forwards, coming in onto the favoured foot. On the left for England tonight. Here he is again. Probably 4, maybe 5 players on Lee Carsley's bench who may well be starters come the summer. There is a lot of competition in there. Archer, great goal scoring record. Smith Rowe, Gibbs White, Harvey Elliott, Angel Gomez probably. There's not a lot between them though. Nice idea, that pass from Nathan Wood. He really struck it so cleanly that Rico Lewis couldn't get there in time. Right idea though. Thomas into Madueke, followed by Cholina, dispossessed by Cholina. Baturina, the goal scorer, outside him. Madueke fouls Baturina. It's another free kick from that kind of channel. Where they had those two offside nearly moments in the first half. Felt the contact on the back of the calf. There wasn't much of it, but there was enough. Now then, in-swinger from Cholina, and the outie from him. Probably the latter. Four or five really good deliveries from corners and free kicks. Just the one he scored. Johnson got up to get the first contact. Garner will complete the clearance job with a fine pass actually to Cole Palmer. Curtis Jones just straying offside. Palmer blasting through. Now he's going to need some help. Curtis Jones picking up that little position between defence and midfield. Ramsey again making one of those runs from midfield, which he does very well and to good effect. Freegan did very well himself. Here's Kachavenda. Baturina. Reshkin. Given away by Kachavenda. Given back rather too cheaply by Palmer for once. He's been as bright as anyone in England white so far this evening. We need more of it from him and others. Just in a long line of former senior internationals in the job. Under 21 level Igor Biscan, his predecessors Niko Kovac, Iliosa Asanovic, Slaven Bilic. Now, here comes Freegan, and Luke Thomas has to be very careful, and he wasn't. It's a bad starting position from the Leicester fullback. It's a golden chance for Croatia to make it two. Soon as Freegan received the ball here, Thomas was in trouble, because there he'd committed, and he was done for, really. Any contact, you know what's going to happen. Just see him come to think about intercepting it, then realised he couldn't, then it's too late. Now then, how about this for a debut? I don't think Josh Griffiths has touched the ball yet on his under-21 bow. And he still hasn't touched it. It's 2-0 Croatia as Bellio tucks away the penalty. They are doing a job on England here, and a very impressive one too. Happy to be out of possession and then strike sharply when they can. They've done it twice now. Two rushes of blood from the England fullbacks tonight. Lewis for the foul for the free kick, and then Luke Thomas. And the young Lions have it all to do at Craven Cottage. There's just a second there where Luke Thomas thinks he can steal in and win that ball. By the time he realises he can't, his momentum is taking him away from goal. Freegan there. He's always going to win that contest. Curtis Jones tripped by Freegan. England free kick now. quality required here. It's too deep from Doyle. Katarski might have expected a busier evening than he's had here. I expect there will be a spell for England. It's not materialised yet. Madueke has it pinched off him, and Cholina's on the charge once more. Bellio outside him, here he is. Bellio, oh, it's really dangerous, it must be three. Oh, what a stop that is. Catch a bender denied. And a first save as an under-21 international for Josh Griffiths, and it's a good one. And it's a very important one. Even with England's prowess in front of goal, 3-0 would surely be too much. What a chance. Got him rather cheaply there, Croatia. All of a sudden, the threat the other end, and Katarski's made a save now, all right. No surprise the threat comes from Cole Palmer. He has put plenty of meat behind this shot from that angle. He'd do well to miss the keeper, and he couldn't do that. It could have gone anywhere. It's a corner. Urgency up from England, as it needs to be. That's Johnson. This is Madueke. Another corner. Home fans coming into play now. A little bit more to get excited about. Work to do finally for the Croatian skipper. Doyle delivering deep. That was off the foot of wood, even though it went backwards. Doyle again. Thomas. Garner's pass disappointing as Morgan Gibbs-White looks set to come on here. He's been a regular good performer in the Carsley team during this qualification campaign. Madueke. Quickly earning company over there. Looking increasingly frustrated here, Noni Madueke. I wonder if his number's going to be up. Tons and tons of changes. That's Jed Spence there. Max Aaron's coming on as well. Smith Road coming shortly soon as well. The flag is up here. Cholina cutting it out. Croatia readying their own substitutions here as well as we approach the hour mark. I suspect they were always going to be happening on this period. Deflection on the cross. Garner in the right place to help. Just filling in there. Midfield fulcrum back to help the defence. Thomas. Madueke. Wriggling away pretty impressively and pretty blatantly fouled as well. England getting on with it. Good balance from Noni Madueke. He's got no one in front of him. Says he was blocked off by Bashir. Referee was right there. Wasn't a good pass that from Rico Lewis to Cole Palmer. Fired it at him, but after having to take it on the stretch. Garner. Palmer. Half an hour to play. England facing a rare defeat, even rarer at home, unless this is Ramsey. Hit it hard, but hit it straight at Katarski. England ball here. Maybe that's the cue for the changes. Always been a good goal threat from midfield, right from when Steven Gerrard was making him something of a surprise regular for Aston Villa last season. Scored 6 Premier League goals last term. Vidovic, not seen that much of, to be fair. But they've been used sparingly, but well, those Croatian forwards. Antonio Marin of Rijeka, who scored away to Estonia in qualifying, is replacing him. There he is. Ramsey's number is up. Morgan Gibbs-White will take the armband. Spence, Aarons, Smith-Rowe also coming on for England here. Quadruple change from Lee Carsley. Madueke and Thomas amongst those making way. Aarons irregular for a long time now. Smith-Rowe, a recent scorer, very strong in the group as well, Emil Smith-Rowe, when he played. And Wood trying to get in on the follow-up there. What an introduction that would have been for him. Morgan Gibbs-White, point-blank range, super delivery. Gibbs-White was onside, anywhere but there, and it's 2-1. Miles trodden on the ball. Well, they needed to up the intensity, England, clearly, and they have. Emil Smith-Rowe here, 9th cap. Scored against the French on the day. 3 appearances at senior level for Gareth Southgate, including a start against San Marino a year and a half ago. Another free kick for England here, by Curtis Jones. It's not his first offence for again. He's got a yellow card for it. Cynical. Can't really argue with that, can you? Johnson did well to step in there. Jones. Aaron's on as left back. Played both of those roles for England in the past. Spence at right back. Be interested to note the news from Tottenham Hotspur this week. The skip on the bench, maybe likewise. Doyle, he's going for it again. Not actually quite as close as the last, from a little bit further out, in fairness. stole right in. That would have been about 2 seconds of on-field play. Some sort of record there, maybe. Morgan Gibbs-White. Made his under-21 debut in June 2019 in tournament play against Croatia. Part of that under-17 side that won the World Cup. England looking far more dangerous now. As Gibbs-White lays it back for Doyle. He didn't quite catch it cleanly, but it was heading for the bottom corner. Croatia are getting deeper and deeper here, and maybe just failing to plug the odd gap that they were plugging in the first half. Or perhaps that's just because England are moving it a bit quicker. Croatia have the respite of a free kick here. And Harvey Elliott's going to come on in the middle of the park for Tommy Doyle here. Half an hour for Harvey Elliott to try and show some of the form that's seen him have a fine season. It's a tricky one for Liverpool. He has undoubtedly been one of their highlights, arguably the highlight. Definitely one of those, even though he's one of the very youngest, it's amongst the handful knocking on the door for senior involvement. Smith Rowe's had a taste of that. Conor Gallagher's been kind of flick-flacking between senior and under-21 level. We've got a little delay here because Hrvoje Smolcic looks like he has an issue. Looks like he's going to be replaced here. Rado Perkovic coming soon for Croatia. Well, he's walking off Smolcic. Don't think he's coming back on though. Those Croatian changes. Or perhaps not. On we go. Elliott with the switch. Here's Curtis Jones. From Liverpool youngster to another. Garner. The other side of the Merseyside divide. Elliott. Jones again. Plenty forward for England, and plenty back for Croatia. It's another corner. Quarter of the game to go. Smolcic replacement here is Mikael Jelenic, plays for Varaždin in Croatia. Just a third cap for him. Kačavenda's also gone off. Rado Perkovic has been getting ready for his own third cap. Dinamo Zagreb midfielder. There he is. Bashir. He's been very tidy in there. Replaced by another regular, Rijeka. Veldin Hojda. And after all of that, Morgan Gibbs-White is going to take a corner. And suddenly there's only 20 minutes or so to go. Well, Persic is back on. And it's actually Ureshkin who's making his way off here. Thoroughly confusing, even for the players concerned. Gibbs-White with the corner. Smith Rowe to Elliott. Rather short on confidence, Harvey Elliott. Gibbs-White's given that away too cheaply. Desperately trying to get back, wasn't able to do it, and suddenly Croatia coming forward in number. Freegan squared it for the newly arrived Hoxha, and he skied it. Throw again. Not been able to stay fit this season for Arsenal, a side that's been very settled, and understandably so, at the top of the Premier League. Last season, he was number 10 here, scored 10 times for the Gunners in the Premier League, which is only one behind the top scorer, Bukayo Saka. Making waves for England at senior level again. It's Jed Spence. Wins a free kick. He's been starting a few games on loan at Rennes. Antonio Conte, no longer the Spurs boss, but seemingly not a big fan. Here's a chance for Palmer. Went the tough way. Didn't find the room. Should have pulled it back. In hindsight, Gibbs-White demanding it on a plate. Just not happening for England so far. Still 20 minutes or so to play for Shear. With a stay of execution, ran all the way off and then back on again. Delivery in towards Belio. It's brilliantly done. What a pass and what a piece of control and what a super bit of goalkeeping. It's the second time Croatia have nearly made it 3. Aaron's infield here. Jones and Smith Rowe. Good ball from Jones. Gibbs-White on the chest was offside. Trying to find Max Aarons. Well, 2 really top stops on debut from Josh Griffiths, without which this game would be over. That is some controlling touch from Belio. And a really well-timed intervention from Josh Griffiths. He was called up in September, didn't feature. He's already had more work to do in this half than James Trafford did in the first, that's for sure. Challenge from Garner, cleverly done by Smith Rowe. Elliott Looking for Emil Smith-Rowe, tough pass to pull off, couldn't quite do it. Curtis Jones picks up the baton for England. 1 now, we should get a cracking final 15. Smith-Rowe tried another nutmeg, didn't work that time. This is a very attackingly fluid England side, so it is a huge pat on the back for Croatia that they have limited England to as little as they have had. Baturina moves it on. Ghana tidying up once again. Elliott finds Aarons. Ghana stepping in. Spence. Defending really well here, Croatia. There's a foul there. It's just about within shooting range. Gibbs White taken out. More changes coming from Lee Carsley's bench here. Benny wishes he'd got less of a good connection on that header. He met it so firmly and cleanly. It scuffed off the side. It probably would have found a corner. Jones here, whose number is about to go up, we're hearing. 13 plus stoppage time for England to score twice. Elliott's looked typically bright since his introduction. This is Cole Palmer. It's all happening a long way from goal, though. Wood. Ghana. Smith-Rowe. Curtis Jones. And the shape is so good, Croatia, that eventually, on many an occasion, they're forcing a pass like that. That is so hard. Start again with Wood here. Gibbs White to Smith-Rowe, back again. Gibbs White has newly arrived Jelenic for company. Aarons still closing down really well, Croatia here. Elliott. Typical wriggly run. He wanted to try and find a killer pass, and he did. Smith-Rowe now. Aarons with a chance to cross. And again, they're back in number. Thou shalt not pass. Here come more substitutions. First up for England, Cole Palmer is going off. Gomez coming on, different kind of player, but very much a regular for Lee Carsley. Angel Gomez. And James McAtee, the other City lad involved, like Doyle, on loan to Sheffield United this season. James McAtee is on for Curtis Jones. Change at fullback. Jan Jurcic replacing Cholina. Baturina, who's brilliant free kick. Put them in front. Replaced by Palaversa here. 9th cap for him. And all change up top two. Berlioz scored the penalty, replaced by a player who scored more than anyone, Roko Simic there. 14 caps before this, 7 goals, top scorer in qualifying, got a hat-trick against Azerbaijan. One of 3 19-year-olds in this squad. Nice take that from Gomez. Here's Aarons. Outside him is Emil Smith-Rowe. Straight into the action. Jurcic putting it behind for an England corner. We've got 9 and a bit minutes, plus stoppage time here, for Croatia to hold on to a very impressive win. Captain Gibbs-White is going to put it in there, or at least try it, but he didn't. Very poor. Been a lot of this, hasn't it? England central defenders and midfielders on the ball about 40 yards out from goal, keeping it tidily enough. In the end, not being very penetrative with it, as Jed Spence plays a pass for a run that hadn't happened, and Croatia on the break here can try and wrap it up. 4v4. Frigan. Between them, Gomez and McAtee do the job, and here goes Spence again, after a quick reprieve. Oh, he did very well there. Little stop and go, won the free kick. Caution for it as well, for Shid. It's his header that went out of play. England corner. Gibbs-White will have another go from the other side. That's more like it, in towards Wood. And it's dropped there for Smith-Rowe. Blocked at point-blank range. This is not England's night. Kotarski been far busier in the second half than he was in the first. So a foul by Wood afterwards, which is why the whistle went. Good goalkeeping from the skipper, keeping that sheet clean. He's in Greece for Pauk, Dominic Kotarski. Well, he wanted top-level opposition. There's 4 friendlies in the couple of windows, Lee Carsley. He certainly had that. 3 of the 4 dispatched with relative ease. Excellent against Italy, Germany and France, England, but they have come up against a stubbornly organised Croatian team here. They've given them relatively little. You just know they are almost built for tournament play. In Group B, with the multiple winners Spain in this summer's Euros, who knocked them out last time in the last 8. That's their best showing yet. Fellow playoff winners Ukraine, and one of the 2 host nations, Romania, in their group. England have The Czechs again, Israel and Germany, against all of whom they have actually lost in tournament play before. Gibbs White running the channel here. Well, that's got to be a penalty. It's a lifeline. Having got everything right tonight, Dominik Kotarski says he went for the ball. He may well have gone for it. It didn't look like he got it. The referee certainly didn't think he did. Gibbs White got there first. It's a penalty to England. And there are home hopes. I don't think there's any doubt about that. White go for it. Defender with him, going wide. Not going to be getting a shot away. He is now. Could have scored within a couple of seconds of coming on. Gibbs White, he can breathe life into this contest by burying this penalty, though. 4 to play, plus whatever is added on. Gibbs White versus Kotarski, as it was for the incident. Hop and a skip, and a cheeky one. Game on. Now then. You've got to score when you do that, and he did. Flag up here. Rare goal at this level. Player who scored in the Under-17 World Cup final in India. And that excellent side. Long time ago now. Smith Rowe was on the bench. England team that included the likes of Rhian Brewster, who's been involved at this level. Conor Gallagher, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Phil Foden. Gibbs White continues his run. And trying his best there, Harvey Elliott. Back where it began for him. Young record breaker as a teenager with Fulham before the move to Liverpool. Steve Holland, Gareth Southgate, both in attendance here. And you would imagine Harvey Elliott is one of those, depending on fitness and form, might just be one of the senior juniors, even though he is amongst the most junior in terms of age. Gareth Southgate has plenty of quality options in his attacking midfield positions. He's had a very good international break. Senior level with England, 2 tough games. Away in Italy and against the Ukraine. 6 points out of 6, certainly job done. Qualification points on the line there. It's just a friendly, but they've got 90 seconds of it left, plus whatever is added on. And England need to get hold of the ball. Gibbs White is down here. And struggling. Aarons. He's trying to shepherd it out. He's had to improvise a bit here and he's fallen over. It's a goal kick. A very wobbly moment for Max Aarons. Gibbs White doing his best to get up there in the middle, and he has done. McAtee pulled out of the sky by Kotarski, who will be a very relieved captain if his side hold on to this, having given away that penalty. This is where it happened. Nasty landing on the ankle there for Gibbs White, might have been. About to find out how much additional time Croatia have to hang on. 5 is your answer. As Angel Gomez goes running through very neatly indeed. Didn't quite get the pass right. Frigan with the long ball. Cut out by Johnson. They are just about never kept out, England. They have left it late to get the goal here, but not going to be enough to stop very rare defeat. Gibbs White with the intended layoff for Emil Smith-Rowe there. Garner on Frigan. No foul given. Frigan is down. Here's Aarons. And the referee's going to blow, because they always do. They were beaten at home in Slovenia when the group was already won in June in Huddersfield. It just doesn't happen. It hadn't happened for a decade to qualify. Here's Gomez for long. Wood stepping up. Regardless of the result, he'll proudly remember tonight. Nathan Wood. The 21 bow. Johnson into Elliott. Garner. 3 added minutes for England to find an equalising goal. For Croatia to cling on to a hard-earned victory. They've got a chance on the counter here to seal it, or at least waste some time, one of the two. Oh, it's a good ball. Suspicion of offside. Okay, Simic couldn't make anything of it. He looked in there. Chan calling his players back. Well, plenty going forward in fairness. Big switch from Gibbs White. McAtee will chase. England throw. Time to waste, even if you're in pain, for Max Aarons here. On we go, Jed Spence. Spence again. Done very well to win it back. Gomez with the cross. Gibbs White, the only realistic target. But close enough to him to take his side closer to a good win. Garner with the layoff to Johnson, who's given it away. Surely be carded for it. Yes, he will. I think that'll be that. Had to do what he did, really. Although more time will be eaten up by this. You think there might have been by the counter, but the counter might have ended the contest if it isn't already. Surely this isn't going into the box. Marin. Croatia playing out time here. Tatarski launches it as far away from his goal as he can. Final seconds now. Spence. It's got to go from Ghana. England beaten at home. That's a serious headline at under-21 level, friendly or not. Morgan Gibbs-White earned and scored the penalty that gave them a tiny bit of late hope, but Croatia did a very good job on the young Lions here. 1 up through a brilliant first half free kick, 2 up through a nailed-on penalty. 2 really good sides here who are going to be contenders in remaining.